Well, the hatred is something that is very real to me because I'm a German. And from the perspective of history, in the last 900 years, from the times of the Crusaders, the German people, I'm very deeply sorry and regretful to say, has been that one people that hated the Jews more continually than any other people within the last 900 years, leading up to the Holocaust. We are here now in Krakow today. Krakow is only 1 hour from Auschwitz. Auschwitz is the global synonym of the Holocaust, and it's done in the name of Germany, Nazi Germany. Adolf Hitler killed 6 out of 11 million Jews in Europe within a matter of 5 years. So we are the people that hated the Jewish people more than anybody else. And the question is very profound. Where does the hatred come from? And my answer is, it comes from the devil himself. It was Satan that demonized Hitler. It was Satan that blinded the church of 1800 years of replacement theology, not understanding the love God has for the Jewish people, even though the Jewish people has rejected Messiah, has rejected the gospel. God still loves them and is committed to them for the patriarch's sake, for the covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's sake. And you'll find it in Romans 11:28 and 29. But the church was blinded. Because the church was blinded, the nations in Europe were blinded, and Satan had room to bring a seed of hatred and demonization of the Jewish people that came to a climax in the Holocaust 70 years ago.
It was a painful memory. This question comes to mind. Where was the Christian church in Europe at that time? The answer is, they were indifferent, at best, towards the fate of the Jews.
The church shouldn't have hatred for Israel. So what has gone wrong with the church about Israel?
Yeah, well, as Harald Eckert said here, things got wrong very early on when instead of embracing these Jewish roots, some of the early church fathers decided to distance themselves and cut the links to these roots, and not only that, even in a very proactive way, try to make enemies out of the Jews.
Then how do we now love Israel? How do we show the love to Israel as a people and as a church?
Yes, I think it starts by going back to the Word, to seeing what God already said about the Jewish people, agree with God himself. You know, when Jesus weeps about his people, we should weep for his people today when they suffer under anti-Semitism in Europe, when they suffer terrorism in the Middle East. But we should also, on a very practical, God is a practical God. So from the highest level of government down, we should support Israel. What it means on the highest level of government is, for example, when there is a vote in the United Nations, Nigeria has a voice.
There is no vote. Nigeria decided to stay aloof. So what does that mean?
Yeah, well, I think, you know, the Israelis, they are very happy with the fact that they did not vote against, which has been the pattern in many African nations in the past, but that they abstained. But I think, as we heard here today, there is a choice which is even better than abstaining, and that's the choice of voting for Israel and voting against anything that would harm the interest of the Jewish people.